So, but before we move forward, no, I'd like to ask the group first, no. I'm going to be launching a poll, no. So I'd like to ask you guys to reflect on last year's practice, no. And ask yourself, no, what would best describe your distance learning experience in terms of the mode of delivery? So let me go ahead and launch the poll. There you go. So you should be able to see it now. And kindly answer. Uh, so yun nga, the question is, oh, I haven't launched it yet. Can you see it? There you go. You should be able to see it now. So ito po, ano po yung practice natin last year? Lahat ba tayo is 100% puro synchronous, no? Or is it 100% puro asynchronous? Or is it like 50-50? Or mas madaming asynchronous, konti lang yung synchronous, no? So, how was your practice? Just want to know before we move forward and talk about the meat of our discussion today. Okay. Some are answering the chat, no? 50-50. All right. So we have about 500 participants, 550 participants in our webinar today. And we already have about 40% vote. Due to the interest of time, I'll be stopping this poll by 50% or the first minute, no, whichever comes first. All right, so that's the whole minute. Let me go ahead and end the poll, no, and then share the result. So yan. Sharing the result, baka curious din po yung mga participants natin. So basically, one person said na 100% asynchronous, probably modular sila, no? And then 14% said 75% asynchronous, 25% synchronous, no? And then 50% very even. I think not 50%, about 60%, no? And then 21% has 75% synchronous, no? Yan. So mukhang mga nagjo-join sa webinar natin ngayon, malalakas ang internet connection, no? At laging nagsisynchronous classes. All right, but again, majority is dead even, no? So very interesting numbers, no? Let's park this numbers for a while and babalikan natin siya, but keep in mind po na ito yung lumabas na data natin from the group, no? So there, I'll stop sharing first. Okay. So yan. Okay, so the focus of this hour's talk would be about blended learning. And even before the pandemic started, no, I am sure everybody would agree with me that blended learning has been one of the most hottest topics, no, that is being discussed in the education industry. So before we move forward, no, let's discuss first yung textbook meaning ng blended learning. So yan. Okay, so this is basically a very simple explanation of what blended learning is. So sabi nila, blended learning is any formal education program in which a student, at least in part, no, through an online learning program or a computer-mediated learning, has some element of student control with over time, place, or path, or pace, no? So yung mga students, they at least have like an on-campus or away from home component built on their schedule. And itong mga modalities na to, these activities with each student's learning path within a course or subject are connected to provide an integrated learning experience. I think the keywords in here are the activities are connected to provide an integrated learning experience. I will touch more on that later, no? So in the old normal, it can be described by this picture that you see on your screen. So a teacher in her natural environment educating her students inside the classroom, no? So tapos meron din po tayong computer laboratory. So pag nagdi-discuss si teacher ng lecture, minsan nasa classroom siya, no? And then pag science teacher, discuss the theories, etc. And then pupunta sila sa computer lab either to answer assessment or pupunta sila sa science laboratory for experiments, no? So yon yung tinatawag natin blended. May may component ng computer at saka may component na traditional face-to-face, no? So, this is basically, it can also be like this, no? It can also be like this, yan. So, ito yung old definition, textbook definition ng old normal. So, anong pinagkaiba ng first picture? First picture sa second picture. So, first picture, nasa school, yung computer-mediated instruction. Yung pangalawa naman, nasa bahay. So, whatever the mix is, no, despite the location, if the education, if the school involves computer-mediated learning, no, then we can say that the school offers a blended learning program. And it can be delivered in 3 ways, no? Pre-class, interspersed, or post-class. When we say pre-class, students can work on a self-directed manner before the class start. Pag interspersed, pwede during the class itself, gumagamit si teacher ng computer-mediated instruction, or pwede rin post-class, no? Traditional teaching si teacher, and then pag umuwi yung mga students sa bahay, then they actually use a computer to either supplementary work or to check their understanding, no? So, what we discussed, no, was the definition of blended learning in the old normal. However, our talk for today, for this hour, is probably what our other educators are concerned about, no, or curious about, no, is how to integrate the concepts, theories, and system of blended learning in the context of the new normal. So, is it even possible, no? So, yan. So, to help us understand better, let's look back at the textbook definition. And I underlined some important phrases, no? So that, which can help us, no? So, itong mga underlined phrases na to is traditional classroom and information technology media. So, in the context of the new normal, tanungin ko lang po yung mga teachers sa ating chat room, no? What do you think replace yung face-to-face classes natin? So, operational definition natin. When we talk about face-to-face, social interaction, okay? Online class, all right, tama si Teacher Belen, no? So, basically, yung dating face-to-face classroom, naging synchronous classroom na, either using Zoom, either using Google Meet. So that basically replaced it as an operational definition. Yan, tama si Teacher Musa, no? Virtual classes. So, ano naman yung nag-replace ng information technology media? Na-replace ba siya? Na dagdagan ba siya? Or did you guys continue using it? Sa new normal, no? What do you think replaced it, no? So basically, what replaced it is yung asynchronous activities natin. So it kind of looks like this, no? This picture basically sums up your answer. So ang operational definition ng blended learning sa new context, no? Sa sitwasyon natin ngayon is ang mga synchronous classes happens during, again, video conferencing app, live classes. Ang mga computer-mediated instruction usually is yung mga asynchronous activities natin, which is something that you guys are very familiar with, no? So yan.